So Lakshya, could you introduce yourself and let us know what and how you got into digital marketing? A bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So I got into digital marketing since 8 years now. So I've been working into this space like for a couple of years, and now we are running a something called as SNMA. Like we specialize in working with doctors, hospitals, and clinics, and we only work with these people, and we make sure that we help them deliver their desired revenue goals. By using digital marketing, performance marketing, and AI in the back end. So yeah, the question that you asked, how I started off as a freelancer. I started off working as a graphic designer. Then I upskilled myself to doing videos, and then I started working and learning what is digital marketing. Back then, there was no digital marketing as well. Okay, there were no courses around. Like everyone was not marketing digital marketing the way they are doing it today, right? So whatever I learned, I started learning from YouTube. And slowly, once I got into freelancing, then I started scaling it. And now we have a team. Now we are working as a digital marketing company.
That's amazing. Yeah, as you told me, like there was no source of learning at that time. So how exactly did you get into this? Like from which source and how did you even heard about digital marketing? Like this is a digital marketing and this is a part of a marketing, which is not visiting a place to pay a place or calling a particular person. It's a totally a back end work. So how did you get into this? What crossed your mind?
So back then, okay, as far as I remember, also just to give you a brief, my father is into the branding and marketing space since past 20 years. Okay, so he used to run this company called Logics. He still does, and but he was a self-employed man. So I've seen him working. He used to offer the same similar branding and marketing services. But back then there were a lot of offline marketing that used to happen, like billboards, newspaper ads, and all these kind of brochures and all that. So while I was in my college, I realized that things are turning slowly towards digital, right? And initially, my idea was that I will also start working as a graphic designer or something like that. But I realized if I want to scale this thing, if I want to add, if I actually want to grow exponentially in my career. So the whole idea was I didn't want to start a business. Back then, the whole idea was I want to get into a job. So my mindset was that, okay, let's think if a company is hiring me, okay, I can do designing, I can do videos now. So a company wouldn't have to hire a separate team. I'll carry all the skill sets by myself because I can do design, I can do videos, I can do marketing, I can do digital, I can run the ads and everything. So I can do all the aspects. So if a company is hiring me, let's say if it's a startup hiring me, they have to set up a team, and the seed team could cost anywhere between 2 to 10 lakhs. Rather, if they hire me, they can just pay me 1 lakh and I can, deliver. And also they won't have that kind of, quantity of work. If it's a startup or something. So it's a win-win situation to both of us. So that kind of mindset I was carrying. At the same time, I knew that digital space was somehow evolving. So that's where I started learning about all this, and the rest is history now. Now we are running our own agency.
Right. Another thing is like as you told me, like I heard that in the future digital marketing is going to boom a lot, and you started 8 years ago. I guess that's a very good start and thing to start at that time. So I wanted to ask like how big is your team right now, and how did you choose your client? Like there are like a lot of different fields in the digital marketing. So how exactly and how did you choose your client and other things?
So you're asking how do I choose my clients?
Yes.
About the niche that I'm working in.
No. How did you choose your client? You told me that you are working with the doctors and increasing the revenue. So why did you choose doctors? Why not jewelry shops or some other brands? Why not?
So since past, I think the initial 6 years of my career, like I've worked with all kinds of businesses. It's not that I was only working with the healthcare space, working only with doctors, hospitals, and clinics. I've worked with a lot of e-commerce brands. I've worked with a lot of ed tech brands, businesses. So I've worked in all these spaces. So, but somewhere down the line, I was always interested in healthcare. It all started off with me in my college. I was back then into gymming a lot. So, yeah, so I was very cute. I just liked the healthcare field, okay? And since like 3 years ago, I realized that, catering to multiple industries would be a tough task moving forward, right?
Right.
So I think the better way to do it is, instead of being jack of all trades, be the king of one. So that was my logic. And as I told you, I always had an interest in the healthcare space. So I thought, let's start with, okay, healthcare is something that I like, and marketing is something I'm really good at, marketing and branding. So I thought, why not just combine these two? And that's how Ignite Doc was born. And yeah, it's been like more than 2 years now, and we are doing pretty good.
That's good. That's good. In the end, you found your clients, like, because a lot of people, when I see, like, they'll be like, why not go into jewelry? Why not go into this brand? Why not going to cars brand? Like, but you are like fixed to a particular client. I guess that is very important to choose in digital marketing. What do you think about it? Like, is it really important to choose a particular client, or can I go with all types of clients? Like, marketing in cars, branding the car, branding the cake, bakery, etc. Or should I choose a particular one?
Well, I would suggest initially people, when they start the agency, or, when they get into freelancing, they are not clear about, what is really exciting them. That depends. But I wouldn't even suggest in the initial levels that, just directly pick up a niche. What if that niche is not meant for you? Right? So it's better to try different things. Eventually you will fall in love with one particular industry and one niche, and that's going to take you. That's just going to take you forward in life, in your career, right? So I would suggest, for the starting, I think you should explore. There's nothing wrong in exploring, and then eventually you'll find that one niche that's for you.
So that is excellent. So yeah, I had another question for all the podcasts who are listening to this one. So, for example, on what basis do you exactly hire your employees? Like, does it require any particular kind of a degree or a certification or any background, BTech, MBA, something? On what basis do you hire them?
Well, that's a very good question. And let me tell you, I do not look at any degree while I hire.
That's very good. Yeah.
And in my company, there is no compulsion of having a degree. All I look at is the skills, because it's high time that people should start understanding. And I'm just telling it to all of you guys here, that business owners do not care about degree. They only care about what value are you able to bring to their company. Me as a business owner, all I care about is how much value do you add to my company and my clients. And as far as you're good at it, I don't care about what kind of degree you hold or whatever it is. Okay? So yeah, I just look at the skills. If the person is skilled enough, they're good to go. And second, I also look at the personality. Not only, sometimes what happens that people are really skilled enough, but they have a lot of discipline issues, right? So yeah, I look at both. One is, how you are in your personal life, and second, how skilled you are. Yeah. I think these are the basics that matter to me, nothing else.
Right. That's good to know, because nowadays, like, there are a lot of competitors who are asking for the particular certification or particular background, but it is very good to know that there is no particular background is required. Even a 12th class student can start immediately, or I guess I can say that a 10th class can start too. So yeah, that's good too. That's very good to know. What kind of a challenges did you exactly face, and how did you solve it? Like, is it very difficult? Like, there are a lot of competitors out there. They are running, like, everyone are like running for new clients. Like, what kind of a challenges did you face? How did you face, and how did you resolve them?
Okay, you mean challenges I faced in finding clients? Is that what you're asking, or?
Yeah, challenges faced in finding a line and finding a clients, because there are a lot of market agencies out there. So how did you approach them, and how did you start your company?
Okay. So I would like to put it this way. Okay, how did I get my first few clients?
Yeah, that will be good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got my first few clients by just offering the work for free. That's what I did. So yeah, I was so back then. I remember my first client was a logo client. Okay, I had to design a logo for him. So I told that I'll do it for free, but you'll have to only pay me when only if you like the logo. So yeah, and he actually liked the logo and he paid me. So that is how I acquired my initial few clients, and that is how every freelancer should be doing it. And that's the best and the fastest way to do it. And yeah, that is how I have acquired my first few clients. And yeah, one more trick I don't know if I should be revealing this or not. Yeah, one more thing I used to do back then is I was very confident about my skills. But I also, there was a time where I didn't want to offer it for free as well. Back then, I did offer my services for a certain period of time for free, and I got paid for it. But eventually, I wanted to offer other kind of services which I didn't want to offer it for free. So in that case, what I used to do is I used to look for the references, the kind of work I can deliver from probably Google, Pinterest, or whatever, and I used to just download it. And I used to just add few of them to my portfolio. I know it's a very bad trick and it's not the ones to be, it's like as far as you can get the clients for free and you can actually get some experience, that should be a good way to go. But I was very confident about my skill set and I was 100% sure that I can deliver it. And that's the reason I did this. So I used to just copy it from somewhere. I used to save it in my folder. I used to tell my clients, see, this is what I have done. And they used to give me the project. And probably I used to deliver them at the same quality.
Right.
And after some time, I used to just delete the other one that I downloaded from Google, and I had actual portfolio in place. So yeah, that was another trick that I used to get my other few clients. So yeah, this is kind of an illegal way, I would say.
Well, yeah, it's a illegal one, but what do you say? Like, what can we do if there is no clients in the beginning? I guess that's the right way. I can say that. Yeah. Was there any particular situation in which the client was demanding that he wants this amount of clients in this amount of time? So, if they demanded those kind of things, and were you able to achieve it very quickly, or how was it?
So whenever we onboard clients, okay, we have this thing and this ritual in our company that we set realistic expectations. Okay, so we'll tell them, see, digital marketing is not some kind of a magic that you are just going to take that magic pill and you'll just be filled up with clients or something like that. That's not going to happen. We are very upfront about it and we are very clear. We make sure we promise something that we can deliver. And if you see most of our services, we have a 100% money back guarantee as well. And that's a cost to a company because it's a service-based company. A lot of cost is involved from my end. And at the end, if I have to refund that money, that's a big deal for us, right? And when I'm able to make that kind of promise, that means I'm really confident about what I'm actually delivering. Do you get it? So yeah. So when we onboard, we make sure that we keep the realistic expectations with the clients, and we tell them what's possible. We firstly look at their current situation. Where are you right now? We make sure that they understand their current situation, and we make sure that they also understand their desired situation where they want to be, and they have some realistic expectations set. So okay, today you're here, you need to go here. So these are the things that we can do, but it's roughly going to take this much time, and it also depends on each individual how it's because example, let's say if people are doing personal branding, and few people are by general they are very good with videos and all. So obviously they tend to get more traffic, right? So these people tend to get have faster results as well. Yes. But on the other hand, in our case, there are a few doctors who are just starting off. They don't know how to speak in front of camera and all. When they start their personal branding and they start doing their content as well, it takes time. That's also a skill that you develop. Yeah. Probably it's going to take you anywhere between 3 to 4 months to be good at it, right? Yes. So you cannot compete with someone who is naturally good at it. So probably the doctor who is naturally good in front of camera, the kind of results he might see in next 3 months, the same thing could not be experienced with some other doctor who is just starting off in front of camera, right? They could take they will also get results, but this is also a skill that they need to develop, right? So it's going to take an extra 3 months maybe. So they might take 6 months. For this doctor got the results in 3 months, this doctor might get in 6 months. So we set up the expectations. Yeah, sometimes it gets tough because, client have some unrealistic expectations, but we are very picky about the kind of clients we work with. So we always have a cap of only we work with certain number of limited clients, and we make sure their mindsets and, everything, they align with the kind of, the vision we carry for our clients and even they have for themselves.
Right.
But then only we pick up a client. Yeah, we thoroughly make sure that they have something long-term planned and they have a bigger vision in life. So yeah, we only choose to work with these people.
Yeah, I agree the point which you said, because there are a lot of people who misjudge the total digital marketing. They'll be like, I'll hire this particular service-based company and I'll be like very rich in the next coming few months. Because I just wanted to make sure that everyone should be very clear what exactly is digital marketing and how it affects the clients and other customers. So yeah, and you were telling me that there are a lot of services which Ignite Docs provide. So I would like to hear more about Ignite Docs services and what kind of a services that company provides.
Well, if I get into the services part, that's going to complicate stuff. I'll just keep it in a very simple layman terms that every person who is watching could understand. We basically help our clients, which are doctors, hospitals and clinics, to just scale their revenue. Let's say today, if a doctor is doing somewhere around 1 to 2 crores a month or a year, we have clients also doing 1 crore per month. So yeah, so if there are people who are at this level and they want to reach to making an additional crore to 8 crore or probably even more than 8 crores. So we help them make more money. That's simple. We help them make more money using AI driven, marketing and branding. So we offer end-to-end solution. Again, it's not that we are only going to do marketing for them. We also set up their business foundations, right? Again, we also set up their sales team and we also set up their follow-up systems. So yeah, if you look at, if you ask me, what is the difference between other agencies and us? We only don't deliver them the marketing piece. We make sure that you make money. At the end, if you make money, that's how we are going to have a long-term relationship going and we both will grow. You will grow and we will also grow. So that's my ideology. And yeah, coming back to what services we offer service of making more money for the doctors using digital marketing to keep it simple. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good to know. So like what kind of a clients, like are you from India or outside India, and like is it from a small scale hospitals or to big scales? Like what is your client range, like from which state to international level, or is it just a national level?
So when I started off working with international clients. Yeah, we used to work with chiropractors and dentists back then. Then I had a lot of requests coming from India, like from my friends, families, and there were people who were actually asking me to help them out in India. So and eventually I got in touch with few people who were willing to pay at par to what foreign, the US based doctors were offering us. That is when I realized that even India, there are people in India who would prefer quality and they are willing to actually pay for that quality. Right? So that is where we started, getting into the Indian market as well. And now, like since last 1 year, we started working in with the Indian clients, and we have some of the very big case studies, and we have worked with some of the big names in the industry, and it's going well. So yeah, but again, we also have a cap, as I told you. We don't work with more than 15 clients at a time because we are very particular about the kind of quality which is being delivered from the the service delivery to the customer experience. We make sure that everything is top notch. And yeah, we also look the same with the clients. Like we are very picky about the clients, as I mentioned before. We want the client who has a bigger vision in life, who is actually at par with the kind of mindset that we are having as a company. So yeah, that's what I would say.
That's good to know, because like you started internationally and you came to India, but a lot of people, they only start from just small local hospitals. But it's very good to know that you started from the international level directly, and that's a very good thing. And yeah, another thing which crossed my mind is, was there any like your first client you were telling me? There were some clients which you started with. Are they with you right now, or like how is it your client and client and company relationship? How is it, like the previous clients are still with you, or they left our agency? Yeah.
Very good question. So few of them are still there with me and few of them are not. So this was kind of, this thing used to pinch me off in the beginning when I used to, run my company. And I should not understand, when I'm delivering results, when these guys are happy, they are making more money, everything is going well, why are the clients dropping off? So I used to wonder, no, don't they want to grow? So that is where after a certain period of time in my business, I understood that every business has its own client value, they are, and also every person has his own mindset, which has its own limits, right? Today, right now, if I ask you as a person, you might say your desired, monthly revenue could be probably 30 lakhs. There are other people who's not even thinking about 1 lakh rupees per month, right? And there are people who are not even satisfied with 1 crore to 2 crores per month, right? So it's all about the kind of hunger you are carrying as an individual, right? So so most of the times what happens is, we sometimes we deliver the services and client gets such good results in next 3 to 6 months that they are filled with patience and all, and they eventually choose to stop the services or pause the services for a while, because they are so much occupied with the kind of response they are getting, and they don't think on the long term. That is why, and most of the doctors, they have their own private practice, they try to do everything by themselves. They don't look at the bigger vision, of hiring doctors and making it big. So that's not everyone's cup of tea. So that is where sometimes, clients tend to quit. Yeah, usually this happens, and yeah, that's a part of the business.
Once there are many clients and many customers, not only in this field, but I believe in other fields too. Once they get the result, they just stop the services. But was there any particular client who stopped his services and again he came back to you, Lakshya, I want this result back and I want to upskill myself again and again, so I will be there with you for a long time? If yes, then what was your answer to him?
Oh, of course, there are many of the clients I could think of, and still, like yesterday only, there was one client who wanted to just get work on our services. But that totally depends. We take them back. There's no issue in that. But only on the basis of availability of the slots. So yeah, if they have, if the slot is available, we definitely will give it to them. But if it's not, they'll have to wait for a month when we have somebody else dropping off, and probably we can fit them in. Because as I told, we have a cap of 15 clients, so at the time we can only cater to those. So yeah, we just take them back. Unless and until the client has some attitude issues or, because yeah, it's important, right? It's a two-way relationship. Yeah. Eventually, we are helping you grow, you are helping us, even we both are helping each other as a team, right? So that's the kind of attitude we expect from our clients, and like most of our clients are very sweet, are very good. Yeah, but there are few, some that's you just cannot get along with them. So yeah, that's
right. Yeah, that's good, because there are a lot of agencies who doesn't hire the client back, because they'll be like, why should I hire you, because you already left me, and what is the assurance that you will not be living with us? So I guess Ignite Doc has this one trust that they can even hire the client which have left, ex-clients, I can say. So that's a very good thing. And let's talk about the tools and digital marketing. What exactly tools you used? And as you told me, yours is a international client. So you do have an international client. So how do you manage them? Because if they are international, then you need to spend your night. You need to sacrifice your nights and work for them, because in India, if you are working for the Indian clients, then it will be a morning shift, of course. Then if you are going for the international one, then the timing will be up and down. So how did you manage, and how was your experience?
So we have team set for our international clients who work at the night, and they cater to them. I usually, like these days, I take up the consultation calls. There's nothing else I do. I only focus on the scaling the company, and rest everything is already automated. Only thing I like to get on the consultation calls because every person in some way or the other, they just like to help people in general. If you talk to all these guys, you get the ultimate side. The consultation calls are like that contribution towards adding value to people's life. So I just like doing it. I only do that, and otherwise I just focus on how I can scale my company. So these are the two areas I work in. Rest, teams are assigned. We have a team of really good skilled people, and we are still hiring currently. Also, we are hiring people, and that's going great.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So, listeners, if you are looking for a job and if you want to join Ignite Talks, is all yours, and you can follow them on LinkedIn. And of course, they are still hiring. So you guys even go for the consulting calls. So what exactly and on what basis do you provide the consultancy? Like in which way? So I just want to know on what basis and how you are providing the consultation.
Okay, so most of the consultation calls that are getting booked these days are mostly that doctors are practicing, and they are looking to scale their practice. Few of the doctors, they are already working with some agency, but they are not getting quality leads. That's the biggest issue what they are facing. Second, their business foundations are only not right. So what I do when I get on the consultation calls, I firstly try to understand what are the pain points. Okay, what are you struggling with right now in your business? And also we get clients who are like very optimistic about everything is going fine. I just want to see some growth and all. And I'm just here to see what you guys have to offer. So for those kind of clients, I just ask them, okay, if that's the case, what's your goal in next 6 months? So they have a particular goal. Then my next question to them is, then what is stopping you to achieve that goal? then they have, this. So see, you have a problem, right? So the goal that you can achieve in 6 months, you are going to achieve it in, I don't know, probably 12, 24 or never, right? You're just thinking that you'll achieve it, but you're not, right? So so there are these kinds of people also I deal with on consultation calls. The whole idea on these consultation calls is to help people in a way where they identify where they are going wrong in their practice, in their business, and what are the current immediate pain points that they need to fix, where is their money getting wasted, and why aren't they able to get quality leads or whatever. Because sometimes your leads are good. What if your salesperson is not good? What if they don't have a proper training provider? What if your follow-up systems are not good? What if your branding is only not, then people don't trust you? There's a lot of issues, right? So we help them fix all these issues. So I identify the problem, I give them the solution on the call, and if everything goes well, if we both are a good fit for each other, they have an option whether they want to work with us or not. If the slots are available, we also suggest them that if they're interested, they can work with us. If they are not, it's okay, no problem. We give them the free plan, which they can actually implement if they want to by themselves. But most of the time, people fail to do it because they don't have that expertise. They are not that technical and they don't have experience. So this is what the consultation calls are all about: helping people to scale their, identify their current problems where they are going wrong, and helping them, letting that know, and giving them a solution. That is what I do.
So these calls, are there any particular fee, or do you charge anything for this, or is it absolutely free? Because I guess our listeners who are listening to them, if they want to consult with you, so is it a free call, or do they need to pay anything for this?
Good question. So right now the calls are absolutely free. Wow. We are offering absolutely for free, like the kind of value, like there was one doctor from Ahmedabad yesterday, like few days back. I spoke to him, and he was so happy. He was like it was a simple point that I explained to him, and that is where he was wasting lakhs of rupees. That simple thing. And he was so happy. I was like, sir, ऐसे मतलब I've been to webinars and all this, but ऐसा one-on-one बिठा के कोई नहीं समझाता आपके business में. So yeah, so this thing I really love when this thing happens, when I'm able to help someone. So yeah, so this is what this is the kind of reactions. But soon, kind of, I understand they have busy schedules, something or the other keeps coming up. But now we are planning to actually keep it paid in future anytime soon. Currently it's not, but in future, because we want that commitment. Because at my end, even I have done other things to take care of, but I'm keeping my consultation hours to actually help people out, help doctors out, and help clinic owners out. So it has to be valued, right? So now we are thinking of making it paid and probably refundable. So just to have that commitment for them to just show up on the call. So yeah, that's the plan.
Well, that's a very good. If it's a free call, I guess there are a lot of people who will be like, why to give amount a consultation call के लिए? Will it work for us or not? And I guess there are a lot of people who would definitely love to try this consultation call in the future. And yeah, so you were telling this about Ahmedabad guy. I guess it's a very unique experience when you're interacting with someone on the first call and they appreciate your skills and your everything about yourself. So I guess that's a very good thing which you have in it. And so if someone wants to join or someone wants to start up their own digital marketing agency, what would you refer them? Like, what would you suggest to start, and how can they start exactly?
Well, it's very simple. As I told before, try working with as many people as possible. I would suggest at least start working with 10 to 15 people for free. Your initial focus needs to be on just making people say yes to work with you. Help them, genuinely help them to scale their business if you're into digital marketing or whatever services you're providing. Okay, genuinely, your service doesn't have to be that that kind of service where you are thinking about yourself selling some kind of 10,000 15,000 rupees service, and you are like, okay, 2-3 महीना a client टिक जाएगा, and after that it's okay, I'll find someone else. If that's the kind of mindset you are going to hold, you're going to fail a big time on long-term basis. Your approach needs to be how really, in a true way, how you can help the other person and serve the other person so that he grows, and eventually automatically you will grow. This is the advice that I can give you. And if you start working on these bases, definitely you will find one particular industry that you like, and actually you'd love to work with them, and you'll actually be good with that industry as well. You will know exactly the plus and minuses of that industry, and how you should be actually approaching towards scaling the particular business. So if you start doing this, I'm telling you, just put in an effort of 1 to 2 years and you will be good.
That's very good to know. But eventually, they need to start somewhere, to upskill themselves. Where exactly can they upskill? I guess nowadays everything we can find on YouTube. Right. But even though, do you have any suggestions, or you guys provide any internship from which they can learn in the future?
Good question. You have answered it by yourself. That is YouTube. YouTube is the best, I would say. People are paying so much amount of money for random courses. This, and I understand when you pay for something, you have certain kind of commitment level. But somebody who doesn't even have money, I would say YouTube is the best. You have a lot of free value there. You can learn. Only skill you need is, how to ask Google the right questions for your answers, and you'll find it. Okay. And these days we have ChatGPT and all these other AI tools as well, which you can use for your own learning. So you can start from there. And second, yes, we do have internships being offered. So whenever whenever we have internship open, you'll find it on my LinkedIn, or otherwise on Internshala, I'll probably post it. So you can just have an eye on that and keep an eye on that. And whenever there's an open application, you can just apply for it.
Right. So as Lakshya Baheti said, you can study from YouTube, or else if the internship provided by the Ignite Doc, you can definitely follow this page Ignite Doc on LinkedIn and Internshala too, and go for it. So there was another question which crossed my mind. If there is someone, a doctor, and a doctor was working under someone, okay, and he wants to start his own hospital or a small clinic. So do you even provide them, or like what kind of a suggestion will you give it to them? Because I guess there are a lot of people who are listening to us will be like, because after working for 10 years under someone, or in some hospital, they think to start their own company or hospital or a clinic. So what kind of a suggestions would you like to give them?
See, one suggestion that I would like to give all the doctors, hospitals, and clinic owners here is, you know, like before focusing on having a fancy hospital, clinic, or fancy equipment and everything, and putting in a huge investment there, I would suggest that you start marketing yourself, because it's a service-based business. Okay, even if you don't have all this, you can still start earning by consulting, online consultations, and you can probably, if you understand how you need to package the consulting services as well, you can make money from that. But whatever it is, you know, I see a lot of clinic owners get stuck. They build up a fancy clinic with good interiors, with, you know, really good equipments, and they just rely on referrals, or just hope for some kind of magic to happen that patients will come. And eventually they get demotivated, you know, and that's not the right approach, is what I've seen this happening again and again. Rather, I would suggest the same amount of money if you invest into marketing yourself, branding you, because if you're not going to do this, mark my words, maybe 1 year from now or 5 years from now, you will struggle as a doctor. You know, this hasn't happened in the history, but now, especially I see a lot of dental, derma spaces, IVF spaces, there's very tough competition, right? How are you going to stand out? You cannot just sit down and hope that patients would come to your clinic, right? You'll have to make people know that you exist. And how you do that? Via marketing. You know, you can have the best product in the world and best service in the world. If no one knows it, it's of no use, right? So this would be my basic advice. If you're working somewhere, parallelly start building your brand. At least start doing some kind of videos on YouTube, you know, start posting content, start documenting your journey. At least this is a bare minimum that you can start doing. And later on, I would say start focusing on how the patient acquisition works, you know, how you can acquire patients. Then set up an expensive clinic, or, you know, medium-sized clinic or whatever. So you can start off with a small setup as well. Because at the end, people would come to you as a doctor. They won't be looking at the fancy clinic, or people have this mindset issue. The other day I was talking to a doctor from Bangalore. He is so stuck. He was a dental guy. He is so stuck in his business, and he's in a situation where he's struggling, right? But still, we spoke on the call. I told him that is where, and he had a particular revenue goal, and he had some reasons, really important reasons, that he had to achieve that goal. But he's saying, no, I think initially I will be investing on, the interior, because I think because of my interior is not good, that is what I feel, that more people will come. I told him, sir, before you get your interior done, you invest the money there by 5-6 lakh rupees. You know, before a patient should come to you, sir, is what I was saying. I was like, I tried explaining him, but he was not understanding the point. And I was like, fine, it's it's up to you. He's having that mindset block that, you know, marketing ke liye doesn't have money, but for interior he has. And interior, nobody will know unless and until he markets himself. Right? And Bangalore, there are different doctors who are doing like 10 times better than him, but he still focuses on his interiors. So I cannot do anything. That's the mindset problem, you know. And one call, how much can I explain someone? So I was like, okay, see, I won't suggest this, but still, if you are avoid, all the best. That's
Yeah, it depends on a particular person, mindsets to mindset. I agree to that. But yeah, if you want to start your own clinic, so as Lakshya suggested, you can start working on your brand and parallelly build your brand in the parallelly. So Yeah. And there was another thing you were telling, like if someone wants to start a brand parallelly, and in which way they can start exactly, like what kind of a digital marketing service they can opt, or should they go for the Instagram or should they go for the LinkedIn? What exactly do you suggest? And if there are any campaigns you guys offer, what are the starting and what can they expect?
See, firstly, the question that you asked, which platform to be used and what services. Right now, everyone in the market, they're offering some services. Somebody's offering Instagram, somebody's offering Facebook, somebody's offering YouTube. Okay? Most of the ads I see running these days, they are clearly fail ads, and that no wonder why doctors are getting the low quality leads which are not converting. Problem is not on the kind of platform you choose. Every platform works better because Facebook has billions of users. Google has billions of users. Platform, I would say, based on my experience, it could vary here and there a little bit, but not a huge difference that will create. It's the kind of advertisement that you are doing, the kind of offer you are having. How are you positioning yourself? All these things. People don't understand. These are just, the tools. So you're asking me that, I want to go to Delhi. Which is the best way to go? Right. Can I go by a flight? Can I go by a train? Whatever. You can go by anything. You will eventually end up, if you have set the destination there, you will reach Delhi.
Right.
But you need to check whether the flight, if everything, the flight is rightly inspected. Right. What if there is some problem in the turbulence or not? If you're taking a flight which has some turbulence issue or which is not rightly inspected, the chances are you might not even reach Delhi. Same thing goes with the train. If you have some problem in the train engine, you'll not reach Delhi, right? It's the right, how the advertisement is being done in the right way. That makes or breaks the difference. Second, business foundation. Second, one more thing I see one doctor, I see, at the end your service will speak for itself on the long run. If your service is not good, if your customer experience is not good, no matter how much you advertise, no matter how much you market, maybe you could play a short-term game, probably for an year, 2 or 5, but long-term, it's not going to work out. If you're here to work for next 25, 30 years, you will have to be really good at what you're offering, and you'll have to work on the customer experience as well. How your staff is interacting with them. You'll have to give them trainings. Because I see a lot of time, doctors are good, but the kind of staff they're employing, they are kind of rude to patients, and because they are the gatekeepers to the doctor.